Let's get going and let's have a productive drive to work while speaking some truth. I don't know how many people are really up and about and watching YouTube this morning. I doubt there's many. I'm sure a lot of you, like myself, are prepping for the day and Jesus, sun's right in my face. A lot of people are prepping for the day and getting ready for a productive Tuesday. But I just thought that since I was here, what's up, Buck Skull Gang? How you doing, buddy? Figured that since I was driving and I had a little drive, I felt why not just come on and speak a little bit in relation to what's been happening this season thus far. Um, so obviously the Saints are above 500 at 5-4, on top of the NFC South, the worst division in football, by the skin of their teeth. Yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, after this Minnesota game, after we play this Minnesota game, um, in my preseason prediction, I had the Saints going into the bye week at 6-4. I think the Saints have a shot to beat Minnesota. I do. What's up, Daniel? I think they do have a shot to beat Minnesota. I think it'll be a close game, but I think they have a good chance to win on Sunday. So 6-4 going into the bye week is still sustainable. However, as you can see in the title, and listen, a lot of people, a lot of teams right now would probably take 5-4 or whatever at this position in the season. A lot of teams would probably take that. Here's where I stand with everything at the midway point of the season with the New Orleans Saints. So obviously, and I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What's up, Mr. Houdat? How you doing? But obviously, this team is masked of all their issues. This is a team that has many issues, but they're being masked by a winning record right now. You can't convince me otherwise. 5-4 is a winning record by the skin of their teeth, but everything is being covered up that is going wrong with the team right now because they're 5-4. Now, I said before the year started, I think the Saints are going to finish somewhere between 7 and 10 wins, and I still believe that's going to happen. I mean, it's on pace to happen, literally. We're going to finish between 7 and 10 or 10 and 7. That is most likely going to happen. Just because you finish with a winning record and make the playoffs, that should not mean that you fulfilled your purpose and you fulfilled your job by any means. That should not mean that you fulfilled your job. And unfortunately, it looks like the Saints are in a good position to win a bad division. Okay? The Saints are in a very good position to win a bad division. They'll probably get to the first round. They'll be lucky. I mean, they'll be lucky if they win that wild card game. If they win the division, that is. They'll be lucky if they. They're probably going to win this bad division. It's looking like they're going to win this bad division. It doesn't mean that the New Orleans are a good football team by any means. That does not mean that this team is being properly run, properly coached, properly strategized. That means none of that. None of it. So you read the title and you think about to explain here. Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael, if we win the playoffs, they're we have a good team. We have anybody. I feel like if we had a different leadership, if we had a different coach, if we had a different strategy, different people running this team, that this team could be where Philadelphia is right now at 8-1. This team could be up there in the NFC. So what I'm trying to say is, just because we have a winning record, that doesn't mean that we're fulfilling what we need to fulfill by any means. I don't think Dennis Allen is still not a football coach in this NFL. He's not a head coach. Pete Carmichael is a terrible offensive play caller. Derek Carr, oof, I don't think he's that good a quarterback. I don't think he's that good a quarterback. It seems like we're it seems like we're it seems like we're skating on thin ice. This New Orleans Saints team. It seems like we are literally skating on thin ice and we're just getting by. Like, this 5-4 record does not even tell half of the story of how bad this team has been. And I mean, you can look in all areas. You can look in all areas. And I get it. We're 5-4. Why am I being pessimistic? We were 3-4 like 10 days ago. I get it. I get it. But all this tells me, from watching these games and looking at how this Saints team has a 5-4 record right now, is that this team could literally be 8-1 right now. Easily. Easily be 8-1. Like, I mean, it's not even close to. There's so many stupid things that happen in these games for the Saints to lose. This team should be up there with Philadelphia. They should. They should have the number 1 or 2 seed right now. And they don't. And ultimately, it's because of coaching and decision making. I mean, you look at scratch out the Tampa Bay game. Tampa Bay dominated us in that game. I'm not even going to count that game, okay? Scratch out the Tampa Bay game. They beat us by 17. They dominated that football game. There's no rationalizing that. They beat us by 17. Scratch that game out. We lost that game, okay? The other 3 games we lost were literally decided by the fate of our kicker. You could argue. Houston and Green Bay, definitely. If Blake Grupe makes that field goal with a minute left and gives the Saints defense a chance to stop him, who knows? Maybe Green Bay goes down and gets a field goal. But I will say that that drive was the most complete drive that we had in the second half all game. The defense got the most rest that they could possibly get for the first time in that second half. And with a minute left, up 2 points, you like your odds on defense to stop them after getting enough rest, after your offense finally generates a drive to get you in field goal range. So Blake Grupe costed us a chance to win that ball game. Blake Grupe also costed us a chance to win that game in Houston. If he makes those 2 field goals, you're down 1 point at the end of the game. If he makes that 29-yarder, you get into field goal range again with 5 minutes to go, and you're able to kick another field goal to make it a 1-point game. Then you get the ball back, and you get in field goal range again, and then you could win the game. Against Jacksonville, Blake Grupe misses an early field goal. Who knows how that would have shaked out the game? We lost by 7, but who knows how it would have shaked it out? If you remember correctly, this was Dennis Allen's decision to keep Blake Grupe over Will Lutz. Will Lutz, I don't think Will Lutz is missing those critical kicks. I don't think Will Lutz is missing those critical kicks. I don't. You can say whatever you want. I don't think Will Lutz misses that kick at Lambeau. I don't think Will Lutz misses those chip shot field goals against Houston. I mean, Blake Grupe single-handedly, you can argue, has costed us definitely at least 2 games this year, or chances to win 2 games this year because of his inefficiency. And that's Dennis Allen's guy. Dennis Allen kept him. That's your decision, buddy. You made that decision to go the cheap route. Get rid of Will Lutz and keep Blake Grupe. And you can say all you want, well, Will Lutz is struggling in Denver. He's kicking in those elements. Like, do you remember what Denver is? Like, you're kicking in the elements. That is a high elevation out there, as opposed to kicking in a dome. Like, I'm sorry, but Will Lutz is still the better kicker. You made the wrong decision by going the route of Blake Grupe. And I still want the Saints to bring somebody in to compete with him because I don't think he's confident. He's not a confident kicker. He's not clutch. I have to hold my breath every time he gets on the field to kick a field goal. That means something. Like I said, he almost costed us the game Sunday. And you can argue that he single-handedly costed us the games against Houston and Green Bay. I'm done with this guy. Get rid of him. Ship him off. Let him go. He's been over and over that he's not a clutch guy. I don't care if you're a rookie. This is a guy that you thought was better than Will Lutz. We don't have time to sit there and be patient with rookies. Because if you're not familiar with the Saints situation, the Saints have nothing but old players on their team right now. Their whole team is practically old. You don't got time to wait for a rookie field goal kicker to get his head out his ass and start making field goals. You should have kept Will Lutz. I don't know why. I mean, you had to really. I mean, you got to put the math ain't mathing. If your team is old, why are you getting rid of your veteran kicker? You're gonna let a rookie kicker come and take his job because you feel like he has better potential. But literally everybody else on your team is old. Alvin Kamara getting up there in age. Derek Carr is old. Cam Jordan old. Demario Davis old. Your whole team is old. All of a sudden you want to go the young route in relation to the kicker, and the punter as well. Well, I scratched that. The punter's not even young. The punter's older than Blake Gilligan. Blake Gilligan, there was nothing wrong with Blake Gilligan. Nothing wrong with that guy. He had one bad punt against the Bengals. And it did cost us a chance to win the game. I'll say that. But Lou Hedley, you shank a punt against Jacksonville, or you punt like 10 yards against Jacksonville and give them a wide open touchdown, an easy touchdown to take the lead. So I mean, you're about what and what there. So that's two stupid business decisions that Dennis Allen has made in relation to special teams. Not only that, you look at his in-game decisions. The man is brain dead. Your defense is struggling in the first half against the Bears. Okay, you're tied 7-7, and thank God you're tied 7-7 because the Bears were out yarding us by like double throughout the entire game. It seemed like thank God you're tied at 7, and thank God you just got to stop on third down and make it 4th down and 2. It's 4th down and 2 at the 12-yard line. You have the option to either accept a holding penalty that'll make it 3rd and 12 at the 22-yard line. So you're looking at a 39-yard field goal there. Or you can just say, hey, we stopped them. Let them kick the 29-yard field goal. Let them go up 10-7. We're down only 3. Dennis Allen, the genius he is, decides he wants to make the defense, who's been struggling. Keep in mind, the defense has been struggling in the first half this year so far. He wants to make them replay the down and hope that they don't gain any yards to make the field goal longer, even though it's a 39-yard field goal. It's not going to make that much of a difference. The quarterback runs and gets the first down, and they ultimately get a touchdown. I don't think the Bears would go for it in a 4th and 2 situation that early in the game when you have easy points right there. And if they do and they get it, more power to them. I mean, at the same time, if they do go for it on 4th and 2, why are you not trusting your defense to make a stop on 4th and 2? That's just poor coaching by Dennis Allen, poor decision making. Again, you can say what you want. That's Dennis Allen, dude. I mean, you go down towards the later end of the game. We literally get like 3 turnovers in the 4th quarter. We're pinned in Chicago territory, like at the 38-yard line, all 3 times. Great field position. You end up punting 1 time. You end up going for it on 4th and inches with a QB sneak and not getting it, and you end up missing a field goal. You're up 24-17 on all 3 of those drives, and you get nothing. That should have been at least 10 points in those 3 trips. The game should have ended like 34-17, and you get nothing. On 4th and inches, instead of taking out your field goal kicker with 7 minutes to go and kicking a chip shot field goal, and this was before he missed that 46-yarder, you decide, let's sneak the ball forward. Let's go for the touchdown. Instead of taking the 3 points and going up 10 points and giving yourself a comfortable situation with 7 minutes to go. You turn the ball over on downs, down by 7 still, giving them a chance to still win the game. I mean, that's coaching right there, dude. Offensive play calling. I mean, you can't pick up first downs to get yourself into a field goal range, into a better field goal range. Field and ice the game. Pete Carmichael. Like they gave Ronald Curry the duties last week, and then they gave Carmichael the sheet right back this week. And then get this, guys. I'm at the game, okay? I was at the game. I'm watching Derek Carr go through his progressions when he's every time he calls a play. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I saw a wide open Shaheed or a wide open Chris Olave in the middle of the field. And this motherfucker is looking left the entire time, looking for the screen route to Kamara or looking for a route on the left, not looking in the middle of the field. Snaps the ball and literally looks one direction, does not look anywhere else. And I'm looking at this guy wide the fuck open in my seat. And this idiot throws it to the left for a 2-yard gain when he could have had a first down. Derek Carr does not look and scan the entire field. He looks in one direction, keys one guy, and then if that guy's not there, everything's fucked. This team is skating on thin ice, man. Or walking on thin ice, whatever the metaphor is. And that's the scary part. The scary part is that this team will probably walk on thin ice to a playoff spot. This team will most likely walk on thin ice into a playoff spot, and they don't even have to win the playoff game. Just the fact that they got there is good enough for Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael to keep their jobs. And we're going to have to go through an entire year of this all over again. So you got a head coach that calls stupid plays and make stupid decisions during the game, in the off season, whatever you want to call it. You got an offensive play caller that can't ice a game up 7 points. 3 chances to ice a game and can't do it up 7 points in the fourth quarter. You got a quarterback that looks in one direction and doesn't look anywhere else. Literally one spot and doesn't look anywhere else. He literally does not look anywhere else. Nowhere else. Looks in one spot. And if that's not there, oh well. You got a kicker that pisses down his leg every time he has to go make a meaningful field goal. I'm not talking about when it's 21-3 and the Saints have a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter and he kicks a field goal to add on. I'm not talking about that. When he has to kick a field goal to take the lead or to ice the game and not give the other team a chance to go down and score a touchdown to win, he can't do it. And all those decisions point right back to the head coach because he accepts all those decisions. He condones all those people. He got the quarterback. He wants Pete Carmichael calling the plays. He chose the kicker. That's it. That's it. Dennis Allen, this all points up to you, dude. These are all your guys. The only thing, and I mean the only thing that I give them credit for is that defense. Although they start slow in the first half, they were lights out. They've been lights out in the second half. That's about the only thing you get credit for. And if that's the case, dude, step down. Step down. See if Gail Benson or whoever, Mickey Loomis, will pay you the same amount of money that you're making now to step down. But it just seems like every week with this team, they're just walking on thin ice, man. They're not winning any games at ease. It's always tough. It's always hard. There's not one point during a Saints game where I'm like, we got this. We're in good shape. Because if it's not the play calling, it's Derek Carr. If it's not Derek Carr, it's the fucking kicker pissing down his leg. Did I mention how much I can't stand this kicker, dude? Get rid of him. Please get rid of him. I can't stand this guy, dude. Like, this dude is worse than freaking Aldrick Rojas. Like, this guy is not good. Makes a game-winning field goal in preseason, gets stopped by security, and gets mistaked for a fan. Shit. I wish they would have fucking arrested you. I wish they wouldn't have even given you a chance to speak. I wish they would have traumatized you so bad that you didn't want to play here. Damn, I miss Will Lutz. It makes me want to make a Will Lutz what's that word? Compilation video of all the times he's made clutch kicks to get us the lead or clutch the game out. Blake Grupe has never made a game-winning field goal. Had a chance to, and if he would have made his kicks in Houston, he would have had a chance to then. Don't give me this, he's a rookie excuse. We ain't got time to wait on somebody who's a rookie. We ain't got time for that, dude. We don't have time for that. But what's most likely going to happen is the Saints are going to finish the year 10-7. They're going to go into the wild card round. They're probably going to lose the wild card round. And Gail Benson's going to go down on the field and spin her stupid umbrella and be like, well, y'all got us back to the playoffs. Y'all got us back to the playoffs. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Pete. Look forward to another year. Gail Benson doesn't know what she's doing as an owner. Ever since Tom Benson died, she's been freaking all continuity, no business. Well, Jerry, you get that everywhere, dude. I mean, that's inevitable. You're gonna get weird people coming to your chats. I mean, it's nothing you can do. Um, I shouldn't feel like this being 5-4. I should feel happy that we're 5-4 and on top of the division. But it doesn't seem like anything is really getting fixed. It just seems like the opponents that we're playing are just not that good. And we're just narrowly getting by. Like, even Indianapolis, I mean... 1 second, I gotta spit. It's that time of the year, man. Weather's changing. Allergies getting up. Yeah, Brute Saint, and we got 5 turnovers. We won the turnover ratio 5-0. Keep that in mind. We won the turnover ratio 5-0 and won by a touchdown. Bro, that's pathetic. I've never seen anything like that. Oh, wait. No, I've never seen anything like that. I don't think there's been a team that has won the turnover ratio 5-0 and only won by a touchdown. Bro, that's coaching. The Bears are that bad. We should have beaten them by 30. Oh, don't forget that. What Jerry said, we had 1 penalty. One total penalty the entire game. We played a clean game. Didn't turn the ball over. No penalties. Got 5 takeaways. 5 takeaways on defense. Didn't turn the ball over. 1 total penalty. And won by 7 points. Bro. That's bizarre. That's embarrassing. I mean, dude. There's no other way to put that. That is just... like... I mean... bro. Even if we make the playoffs and win a playoff game by the skin of our teeth, like, get a new head coach. Because what Dennis Allen can do with this team, another coach can probably do 10 times better. We can go 10-7 and win a wild card game, but with another coach, we can win the Super Bowl. Even with Derek Carr playing like shit. I've watched guys like Matt Moscona and State of the Saints podcast, and I check when Nos makes a video, and I hear all their outputs or 2 cents, whatever, and I enjoy it. I do. It makes me wish that I worded things more precisely.
But I mean, this team feels like, how do I put it in a metaphoric way? This team looks like somebody that's collecting unemployment. Yeah, you got money. Yeah, you got thousands of dollars. Okay, I get it. You got thousands of dollars. But you're collecting unemployment. You're not working for anything. You don't have a job. You're collecting unemployment. What are you really doing? It's like bragging about, oh yeah, I got all this money in my savings account, but it's all freaking loans and shit. Yeah, we're 5-4, but look how we are 5-4. Like, it's like we're walking on thin ice. It's not a dominant or convincing 5-4. Like, we're like a few plays from being like 2-7. Or the flip side, a few plays from being 8-1. I mean, however you want to look at it, but I don't see any monumental change. I think Dennis Allen's just content with walking on thin ice and winning by the skin of his teeth every week. But with that being said, I mean, all I can do is watch as a fan and cheer. So that's all I'm going to do. Critiquing the Saints literally does nothing because it's like, I'm just a fan that makes videos. What am I going to do? But bro, who the hell are all these weirdos? Mr. D's, Harlow, Jack Harlow, whatever the Mike Mama's, oh god, who are all these fucking weirdos, man? Where did all these people come from? Jeez Louise. Red Band, am I getting like raided by somebody? Like, is somebody shouting me out? Anyway, you guys came towards the tail end of this stream. I'm about to shut it off. We got the Vikings. I don't know how I feel about that game. I think we have a chance to win, but I have a feeling that they're going to go ballistic in the first half and dig us in a deep hole, and we're not going to be able to come out. That's how I feel like that game's going to go, but on paper, it looks like we have a chance to win, but we'll see. Anyway, if you guys want to donate to the chat, any of you new people coming, if you want to support the channel, feel free to leave a donation. That would be very much appreciated. I'll definitely take that from you guys. Other than that, yeah, guys, hey, like Jerry said, I'll definitely be I'd rather be 5-4 than 0-9. Brandon, yeah, you guys are I think Seattle will be fine. Who do you guys play next week? I don't know, but you got my information. You can tell me who they play. Anyway, folks, I'm about to get out and go to work, so you guys take it easy. Busy week coming up, busy few weeks coming up. Tail end of the semester, Thanksgiving, holidays, all that stuff. So you guys take it easy, and I'm out.